Good morning and selamat sejahtera to our lecturer, Dr. Lee Won Kiao. This is our presentation of our final project for computer programming, BDA 24202. I am Solihuddin bin Muhammad Sin, matrix number CD210216.
Ahmad Hafizuddin bin Yusof. My matrix number is CD210195.
And I am Ahmad Zafran bin Ahmad Faniza. My matrix number is CD210123.
My name is Muhammad Aiman bin Zulkifli. My matrix number is CD210045. The objective of this project is to understanding three conventional machine and its operation, develop three software interface to operate the selected machine, propose three product that able to be done by above machine. Next. So for our project, we are choosing machine, milling machine, vertical drilling machine, and lathe machine. Milling machine is equipped with a cutter that help to remove material from the surface of the workpiece. There are various type of milling machine, including the hand milling machine, the pocket milling machine, the slot milling machine, the plane milling machine, the universal milling machine, the vertical milling machine, and the CNC milling machine.
This is the flow chart for the milling machine, as you can see. So before we can do the C programming, we should do the flow chart first. So in this flow chart, it is the simplified version of the C code. So as you can see, first we start the machine, and then customer will enter with 1, so that the program knows that the customer is trying to use the milling machine, or if they key in other value than 1, so straight away it gonna say no, and then please try again later. And then after it confirm that customer choose 1, it will proceed to the next output. For the next input, where customer will key in the length, width, and thickness of the material that we want to do with our milling machine. Our milling machine is gonna do a pyramid. So this program is designed to make a pyramid. So the final product will be a pyramid-sized object. Alright, and then the program will evaluate whether the length, width, and thickness is under 14. 14 more than 14. More than 14. 14 is the value in cm. We decided to use cm instead of millimeter. If the value is under 14, which is our previously preset value, the machine is gonna print cannot make pyramid because the minimum requirement doesn't apply there. And then it gonna go back to please try again, and then the customer can key in back the value if they decided to do so. So on the right side of the slide, it is the main function of the coding. So that is the whole formula that been used to do the calculation and cutting for the milling machine. So first and foremost, we have volume of the total. Instead, for example, if they put 15 for length, 15 for width, and 15 for thickness, the program will automatically calculate the volume for the object. And then after we calculated the total volume of the object, we're gonna subtract it with the TP. The TP value 1266 is cm in cm cube, where that is the final product's volume. And then after we subtract it, um, we have PMT equals to 317. So 317 is the value in cm cube that the machine can chip off the object. So we're gonna chip off 317 cm cube worth of metal every minute. All right. And then we have W. W is waste generated. We calculated the waste generated by subtracting volume with the total volume of the final product. And then we calculated the time taken, for the time taken, for one product, how many minutes does it take? So we use TPMT equals to width divide by PMT, which I have clearly stated in the C program. After this, I'm gonna talk about the C program. And then the program will evaluate whether the volume of the object that we input into the machine is more or less than 27,000 cm cube. If the value is less than 27,000 cm cube, the machine can perform at its optimal performance. If no, then the machine will not perform at optimal performance. And then after that, we have a for loop for PU8H. PU8H is the total power output for 8 hours. And then last but not least, we print out all the results that we get as shown in the slide. Right. And then the end of program. Next slide. So this is how my program looks like. After we did the flowchart, we just transfer the flowchart into the C program using the codes that we learn in this program, computer programming, using if function and for function. Next. This is our result for the programming. Once we run the C code, we're gonna get this as our result. So as you can see, for milling machine, press 1 and then insert the material that you want to make the pyramid. Alright, after they insert, they have to key in the dimension of the object. And then the machine will calculate it based on the formula that we have teach it. After that, it's gonna print out the total volume and whatsoever we want to print out. Alright, as you can see, in this example, I put 15 cm in length, 15 cm in wide, and 15 cm in thickness. So because it is the total volume of the solid is only 3,375 cm cube, so the machine will perform at optimum performance. So the machine will not slow down due to heat and other factors. Alright. And then we got all the things that we want to print out, such as the volume, the productivity for 1 hour, production for 8 hours, time taken to finish one product is how many minutes. And then we have total waste generated for one product. And then we have total generated total wasted generated for 8 hours. And last but not least, we have total energy consumption for 8 hours, which is 6.00 kilowatt. That's all from me. Thank you.
For vertical drilling machine, drilling is done with a drill, press, or tapping machine auto. This procedure can also be done with a milling machine. Chips are discarded metal bits created during the machining of a workpiece. Is a drilling equipment that is used to cut hole in metal, wood, or other material. Drilling machine employ a drilling tool with cutting edge at its point. This cutting tool is held in the drill press by a chuck or mouse stepper, which is spun and fed into the task at different speeds. Other operations can be performed with drilling machines. Boring, spot facing, rimming, tapping, and countersinking will all be done by them.
Okay, as you can see here, this is the flowchart for the drilling machine. First, the operator first start. The second one is operator will choose either to continue with the process or to exit. If you want to exit, it will directly proceed to end of the program. If they choose to proceed, they will insert the measurement which is width, length and thickness. After that, they will need to choose the cutting speed. If they choose cutting speed 1, the cutting speed is 814 RPM. And then the calculation will be done by the program which they use. Um, Mile density is fixed by 0.0078. Density is equivalent to mile density as well. Radius of drill bit will only use one drill bit, that is 13.9 millimeter. The volume is length time width time thickness. The time will be thickness divided by 5.698. The waste generated is density times by 3.142 times by power times by radius and time by thickness. The energy is 0.01242,833 times time. The efficiency is volume waste generated divided by volume. The output for speed 1 is 480 divided by time calculated. If they choose cutting speed 2, which is 1018 RPM, the time is equivalent to thickness divided by 7.126. The waste generated equals to density times 3.142 times the power times the radius and times the thickness. The energy is the same, equivalent to 0.012428333 times time. The efficiency is volume waste generated divided by volume times by 100. The output is also the same, 480 divided by time. Here we can see I have used for loop. If they decided to use speed 2, they can change to speed 2. If they continue, the output will display time to make for one unit, waste generated, energy utilized, efficiency of the drilling machine, and how many workpiece per 8 hours. And then if they continued, and that is the end of the program. Here I substitute everything in the flowchart into the program. And these are the results, coding. On the left side, I chose to continue the program. I key in the length, the width, and the thickness. And I have chosen cutting speed 1. And the display are all there. On the right side, I have chosen to exit the program, and directly the program will display thank you. Alright, that is all from me. Thank you.
For lathe machine, lathes are used in wood turning, metal working, metal spinning, thermal spraying, parts reclamation, and glass working. Lathe can be used to shape pottery, the base known design being the potter wheel.
This is C code for our project design for lathe machine. The alloy material is 100 millimeter length and 50 millimeter diameter. For at line 70 to 65, that is our formula to calculate the time for for our for our design to complete, and waste generated by our design, the energy consumed, the efficiency, and the output. And next. So the output we got for the C program is jap. If we press 1, we got the output for allow material size maximum and allow material size minimum. After you input your dimension, you got the size of the hole you want to cut, and then after you input the hole you want to cut, and you got the time needed to complete it, the waste generated, the energy utilization, the efficiency, the output for 8 hours running. And if you input the 0 at first, you will exit, and it will output the thank you and have a nice day. That's all. Next.
Okay, for the conclusion of this group project is, as part of this project, we'll be able to expand our C compiler knowledge by tackling a real-world issues. In addition, we must apply the knowledge and skill we have gained from programming theory lectures during the semester when performing this assignment. Our team has been tasked with design 3 comprehensive programming programs to aid their operator in utilizing conventional machining for specific metal parts in lathe, milling and drilling machine. We have produced 3 designs that can be executed by machine and programs that can be done by machine. In addition, we must evaluate productivity, total component machining, total energy consumption and overall energy cost. We completed the program algorithm, flowchart, program code and calculation. This group exercise have teach us how to develop a complete program and run a conventional machine successfully. That's all from us. Thank you very much.